Through the end zone for a touchback. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Off play action. O'Neal out to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Here's Taylor. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
If following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. In your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up a third down. Off the play fake. O'Neal. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And the punt kicks out of bounds, and they will spot it right at the 25-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. On 2nd and a yard. Mond. A check down here to Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Mond. steps away to his left. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Now Mon.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore.
And the Colts are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor,
91 yards. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
And we've got a penalty marker down here as he's able to get this only to the 20-yard line. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Mon going to throw it.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within the shadow of the goalpost.
And you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Mon looks to throw.
Caught on the right side by Jones. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
So the penalty rightfully declined. They'll keep the yardage on the completion.
Still some disagreement by the defense, though, because he thought that was just good, strong coverage, and the contact's going both ways, so why is there a flag? In the end, though, doesn't matter. Still completed pass.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
From the gun, here's Mon.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, this defense for the Colts, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Second and 10. Back to the air. Mon.
powers through him.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down.
Jones with a carry on first down, but I don't think he even made it back to the line of scrimmage as the defense all over that one.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11.
Mond out of the shotgun.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass.
Third down from the gun. It's Mond.
Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a fourth down. Here's Corey Bojorquez now to punt this one away.
Back deep for the Colts, Nyheim Hines.
And it's taken in at the 9.
A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards.
And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination.
There he goes, left side. 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, 77 yards. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
On second down now, it's Jones.
And this will be a Packers first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Dayo Odeyingbo able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Looking to throw.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And the Colts are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line. So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
To throw on second down, O'Neal.
This will be swung out wide for Taylor.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And he'll bring this one inside the 35.
198 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Hey, switch gears. Check nickel. 19, flagger, Under space, let's go. He's checking. Crash.
2nd down, another run with Taylor.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. O'Neal.
He'll dump this off to Taylor, complete.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Off play action. O'Neal. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Mike 50. Stop your whining. Check smash. Hurt. 70 Ranger.
From the gun on 3rd down, O'Neal. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. First down and much more here for Jones. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A big run there by Jones. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at this.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. The linebacker, Darius Leonard, applied the heat. Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
82 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Running right, Jones. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Here's Mond. They're going, and he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Colts are going to take over with a football.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, O'Neal. And Wilson with it, complete. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Jim. Alert 3. Check hot route.
They give to Taylor out of the gun.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, O'Neal. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
One-handed. Love the effort. Not much production on that play, though, huh?
Not a whole lot of yardage. You get that grab, you probably want a 1st down.
And he'll be the one in the film session They'd be saying, hey, run that one back, Coach.
Yeah.
Run that one back.
One more time.
Let's see that
Two
again.
more times.
And they won't.
8 more times.
They won't. Didn't get much out of it.
And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. The long-distance shot before break comes up empty, but now Charles flipped the script. Time for likely one more play as field position becomes an issue.
Yeah, when you talk about field position, remember, if this kick is missed, the ball comes back to where? The spot that they snapped it from. So field position becomes a factor. I think at this spot, you might also want to think about throwing the Hail Mary. You know, put the ball up in the air. Maybe you can get 6 out of it instead of 3.
Yeah, see what happens.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're down on the scoreboard, sort of a sloppy first half. And Coach Davis, if you were in the locker room, what would the message have been?
I think I'd have to go with...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 30. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Jones. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Now back to throw.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. And the passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost. So
it does test the mental processes of the team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. O'Neal.
They'll check this one down to Taylor.
So the completion gets him just a yard. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Looking to throw. O'Neal. And that will be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half. Incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
The Colts send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
111 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Second and 2.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And out of bounds right around the 20. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Back to throw here. On the move to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that. And they force another incompletion.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. This Colts D up to the challenge so far, but they need another stop here on 3rd and goal. They'll drop to throw. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
14, Packers 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Second down, another run with Taylor. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down.
36.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
243 yards rushing for him now in the afternoon as he just continues to pummel this defense.
That's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Mike's 50. And let's get in that holes.
They'll run on first down. Taylor finding some room at midfield. And some room to roam now. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. A big pickup there on the run.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
On first down, Taylor. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. About 3 yards there to the 27. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
The Colts on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6.
Running left, Taylor.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Taylor. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
On the handoff, Taylor.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year.
And the Colts are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter.
Zerline now for the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
They go play action here. Mon.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. The Packers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. He completes it to Jones. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. On 1st down, it's Taylor. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for 1 more 1st down to help salt this one away.
Watch the whip.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try the left side with Taylor. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is
for touchdown. And that's caught at the 2. Robbie Anderson. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Colts are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign.
Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. On 1st and 10, here's Mond.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it would appear the Colts are going to win the football game. That one looks like he'll throw here. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the one.